Hello traders, Gary Wagner here, 10:56 in Honolulu, 4:56 in New York on Thursday, 26th day of October 2023, and this is the daily report for gold and silver. Gold continues to trade above support at approximately $1,980. That is the 50% retracement from a long data set, beginning above $2,100 and then ending at the lows at around $1,820. Currently, we do have December gold at $1,997.40. That's a net gain of $2.50 or 0.13%. The interesting thing is the high of the day above 2,000 at $2,003.70. Yesterday, we spoke about the fact that it does appear as though the strength of this uptrend has been waning. We used a Heikin Ashi chart to make that determination. When you see these large candles like here with no lower wick, that represents an exceedingly strong trend. We saw that diminish as we began to see not only the upper wicks, which are acceptable, but lower wicks, which have occurred over the last 4 trading days. Over the last 3 trading days, we went from a very, very small bodied candle to larger and then larger candles today. However, they are nowhere near the size of any of the former candles during the beginning of this trend. I believe that we are forming a base. Tomorrow, of course, we will get some very important numbers on inflation vis-a-vis the PCE, and that will help investors determine what they believe the next move of the Federal Reserve is going to be. If, in fact, it does appear as though they are going to be a little bit more dovish and soften their stance on rate hikes, meaning no more rate hikes this year, and maybe even influence their monetary policy next year. Currently, it is anticipated that they will maintain rates at its elevated levels at least throughout 2024. And if they do implement any rate cuts, it will be towards the end of the year. Total of 0.5% over 0.25% cuts, leaving the Fed funds rate above 5%. The opposite is also true. If tomorrow's numbers show that inflation is still not where they want it to be, they might get more aggressive and implement another rate hike. Recent support in gold has been predicated on the geopolitical tension between Hamas and Israel, the ongoing war, and the fact that Iran is now throwing threats out to the United States, saying if they continue to be involved, that Iran might step in, and that, of course, would spread a regional confrontation to a global one. The dollar was higher today, gaining fractional ground, with the index currently fixed at 106.42. That's a net change of 0.07% nominal. It did trade to a higher high than recent highs, but not as high as this top that came in on the 3rd of October. Lastly, I do want to take a look at silver. Silver did decline today by about 10 cents, resulting in a break below $23 to its current value of $22.91. We have seen these small-bodied candles with rather large wicks throughout the last 4 days. I believe we still have downward momentum, and when we look at this chart through the eyes of the Heikin Ashi, you can see that the size is not very large. There is upper and lower wicks, so it's not a strong downtrend, but it is truly indicating that we're entering or are in a corrective period. I would say it's a consolidation if we saw alternating candle colors, but here we have had 3 consecutive red candles. This has been Gary Wagner wishing you, as always, good trading. We will talk to you tomorrow for the next daily update and review. Bye-bye.